Hello. Okay. So in the previous class, I was telling about this um, S parameters, scattering parameters. Okay, scattering parameters are used at RF and microwave frequencies to analyze the networks. Network may be a two-port network, or it may have any number of ports. So for the analysis of network linear, and also that network two-port network must be a linear one. Two-port network, linear networks. It may be two-port or any number of ports. So we can make use of scattering parameters to analyze the properties of that network. Okay, because we cannot use this Z parameter, Y and ABCD parameter at very high frequencies. That is because see, as why we are going for scattering parameters, and also I told the scattering parameter measurement is based on waves instead of this voltage and current measurement. We are considering the voltage incident signal and outgoing signals, transmitted signals, reflected signals, like this. Okay, so we are reflected waves, we are considering waves for the measurement of scattering parameters. Okay, so why we are going for that scattering parameters for very high frequencies, we will see. Okay, so before that, so you can this S parameters can be expressed in matrix form. That is a very big advantage of scattering parameters. And also all this matrix operations we can do over the scattering parameters. So like here is a two-port network. For the two-port network, there is a two ports are there, port 1 and port 2 here. Input or incident wave, this is the incident wave, and reflected wave is like this. So as a wave incident here, it has its own amplitude and amplitude, frequency and phase, that incident here. And a part of that reflects back. That is because if there is a mismatch here, a part of the signal reflect back like this is called a reflected wave. Okay, reflected wave, as I told in the previous class, is represented by V minus. The waves which are going out of this network are represented by negative, like this. Okay, this port number subscript represents the port number, and negative sign represents the outgoing wave. So it is outgoing at a port 1. Similarly, this is outgoing at port 2. This is a plus sign indicates incident wave at a ports. So here is a V plus. This is the incident wave at port 2. Similarly, incident wave at port 1. Okay. That is we are representing that incident waves, the waves incidenting over the network, and the waves leaving the network. Leaving are represented by negative sign. Okay, so but we are always you have to use like a plus sign and minus sign here to represent the incoming waves and outgoing waves. So instead of what we can do, that is incident waves are represented by letter A. Incident, wherever A is there, that represents the incident, and that subscript represents the port number. So A means it is a incident wave at port 1. Similarly, this is A2. A2 means it is a incident wave at port 2. Okay, so like that. So instead of using B plus, okay, letter A is used for the A plus, B plus. Similar, that means incident waves. Similarly, letter B is used for outgoing waves. B is outgoing wave at port 2. So this B2 here, it is representing the outgoing wave at a port 2. Similarly, this B1. B1 means it is B means it is outgoing wave. It is at port 1 because subscript is a 1 here. Okay, so like this, A and B are used instead of V plus and V minus. Okay, so using that notation here for the two port network, we can represent this two port entire, whatever it may be. It may be any, it may consist anything. It may be a mixer, a phase shifter, or it may be amplifier, filter, whatever it is. Okay, that entire this operation we can represent using four parameters like this: S11, S12, S21, and S22. Okay, so this is the matrix, scattering matrix of this two-port network. So based on this, what is the network? Based on the network type, if it is a filter, amplifier, or attenuator, the values will be different here: S11, S12, and S21, and S22. Okay, so if you know the values of these parameters, we can say what is inside this box. Okay, just by looking at this S matrix, we can say what is inside this box. Okay, so like that, this is for a two-port network. There are four parameters are there in S matrix. S matrix. Okay, similarly, this three-port network here. This is a three-port network. Three-port network. There are nine parameters are there here. So you can easily write also this S matrix for a given number of ports. For three ports are there, we can write like this: S12, S12, S13, S21. Okay, these are the parameters. That means here, okay, similarly, nine parameters. Similarly, for a four-port network, this is a four-port network. Port 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so this is a mixer, maybe mixer in our applications, in our communication system. Three-port network is a mixer. Mixer has two inputs. One input, RF input, and a local oscillator, and output is the IF, whatever intermediate frequency. So it has two inputs, RF input and a local oscillator, like a port 1, port 2, and output is a IF output, a radio intermediate frequency output. So that is a three-port network. We have like a three-port network. Similarly, amplifier has a two ports. So one is the input port, another is the output port. This is a two-port network. And this one, it's a four port means it is a power divider, couplers. They usually have like this many number of ports. Okay, you might have heard circulators, power divider, 3 dB power divider, branch line power divider. It has four ports. Okay, like this, one, two, three, and four. So for any number of ports, you can write a S matrix like this. Okay, so this is so any network, any that network with any number of ports can be expressed in terms of its S parameters. Okay, so this next we will see why we should go for this S matrix, S matrix, S parameters for RF and microwave. So these are the reasons, properties, and advantages of S parameters. Okay, so are you audible? Hello, hello,
Yes,
hello.
ma'am.
Okay. Measurement, see here, measurement of Z, Y, or ABCD. See, these are the parameters so used at low frequency. For the measurement of these, if you want to measure Z, Y, or ABCD parameter, their measurements depends upon open circuit and short circuits. So while measuring these parameters, we should put a open and short terminations. Okay. From the definition, so here, while if you want to measure these Z parameters, while measuring Z11, this terminal port 2 must be short circuited or open circuited. Okay, open circuit you have to put, or a short circuit you have to put here while measuring Z11. Similarly, Y11 also, and also ABCD parameters also needs while measuring input some properties here. What we have to do, we should put a short or a open circuit at the other port. Okay, that is needed while measuring these parameters. Okay, so that is a main problem at RF and microwave frequencies. This can be hard to do, especially at RF and microwave frequencies where lead inductance and capacitance make short and open circuits difficult to obtain. Okay, so as we saw, Z, Y, and ABCD parameters, they need a termination. See, while measuring Z11, we should put a here in the two-port network. Should make a short here, short circuit. That means you should connect from here to here, short. Okay, short circuit means we are using some wire or a lead. Okay, from here to here. As we saw in the previous properties, RF and microwaves, that piece of wire behaves like a combination of resistor and inductor. Okay, it behaves that any small piece of wire has a inductor. So we cannot at RF and micro frequencies, if you put a short like a wire, small piece of wire, it doesn't become a simple short. It doesn't become a behaves like a short circuit. It behaves like a combination of resistance and inductor. So automatically we do not get a complete short at this position by using a short circuit. Okay, that's why even you try to measure Z parameters, if you use a short here, it may not become a perfect short. That's why whatever the parameter you Z parameter you measure here, that may not be a correct one. That's why availability of short and open it's very difficult at RF and microwave frequencies. Okay, because of behavior of that wire, small piece of wire behaves like a inductor and capacitor. We cannot put a short here, perfect short here to measure the Z parameter. That's why we cannot measure the Z parameter at a high frequency, and also Y and ABCD because they also relies on the short and open circuit at this position. Okay, even you put a short circuit, it may not behave exactly like a open. Sorry, if you even it put a open here, that may not behave like a completely open. Okay, it may behave like a capacitor because in between the two conductor there may be a capacitor. So that is a stray capacitor that comes to picture. So we cannot measure again a Z parameter by putting open circuit here. So it is difficult to do, hard to do short and open at a very high frequency, RF and microwave. That's why we cannot measure Z parameter, Y parameter, and ABCD because all they relies on the measurement of they rely on the short and open. Okay, that is the main disadvantage. Next is one cannot measure ZY or ABCD parameter reliably at microwave frequency because their accuracy relies open and short terminations being introduced during the measurement. Okay, that already. Next, to avoid this, how to do the measurements, then how to represent the networks at RF and microwave frequencies. During 1948, this scattering parameters were introduced. Okay, at RF and micro because they tried to do the measurements of ZY and ABCD, but it was they were not correct because of behavior of components at RF and micro frequency. So during 1948, they have introduced the S matrix or scattering parameters. Okay, so these S parameters are used for network operating at radio and microwave frequencies where signal power and energy consideration are more easily quantified than current and voltages. Okay, so at RF and microwave frequencies, it is difficult to measure current and voltages. Okay, so but we can measure power and energy easily at RF and microwave frequency. Okay, but the current and voltage varies over the length of the network over the circuit or like a lead. For example, if you take a lead like this is a wave. Okay, so as we can see over this lead itself, the signal varies like this. It increases, reaches maximum, coming like this. Okay, we cannot measure the voltage exactly between any point over this. That is the one. But power remains the same. If you measure a power at any point over this lead, power measurement remains the same. That's why they go for a power measurement instead of the this voltage and current measurement at high frequency. And next, S parameters are usually measured with the match terminations, and there is no chance of reflection and oscillations. Okay, so here S parameters, as I said, these are measured S11, S12, S22, and these things are measured by considering the match termination. See here, instead of putting short and open circuit here, match terminations usually connected between these two terminals. So while S parameter measurement, we are connecting match termination here, not a short or open. Match termination we can put, as you know, match termination means it has a impedance, the load has a impedance equal to the characteristic impedance of this transmission line. Okay, or to the transmission to the impedance of this network. Okay, so like that we can take a impedance here, it is equal to the characteristic impedance of transmission line, that becomes a match termination. So then there is no reflection also. Okay, it is you can do easily that match termination at the output terminal instead of short and open. So that's why it is easy to do the measurement as parameters because match terminations are considered. And also other disadvantage of short and open. See at a ZY parameter, we need a short and open here. Again, if you the main problem at RF and microwave is this short and open circuits. There is a reflection, maximum reflection will be there. If you put a short here, what happens? Entire wave will reflect back. Okay, and similarly, we put a open circuit, entire wave will reflect back. That may be damaging our network here if the signal. That is another disadvantage at RF and microwave. If you use a short and open here, that's why ABCD parameters are not measured, and also Z parameter, Y parameter, because they rely on the ABC Z and sorry short and open circuit. Again, short and open, there leads to the reflection. That may be the damaging the loop of network. Okay, that's why that is another disadvantage of using Z parameters, Y parameters at RF. Okay, but S parameter measurements uses only match termination here at the other port. Need not to put a short or open. They needs a match termination while measuring the S11. If you want to measure S11, you have to put a match termination here. You can easily put that match termination. Okay, at a RF and microwave frequencies. That is another advantage. So match terminations are needed while measuring the S parameters. Next, S parameter stems from the traveling waves instead of total voltage and current. So we are not measuring total voltage or current. If you try to measure total voltage and current, it is because there are waves are there. Incident wave is there, reflected wave is there. The output is the net voltage is the addition of incident and the reflected wave. Incident wave and reflected wave, addition of these two gives rise to the standing wave. Standing wave means it has a minimus and maximus. So over this line, we cannot measure a total voltage. Standing waves used to be there at RF and microwaves. So we cannot measure voltage and current. So, but power we can measure. Power doesn't vary over the line. Okay, that is another advantage. Total voltage and current. Okay, traveling waves do not vary in magnitude at points along a lossless transmission line. Okay, traveling waves amplitude, assuming this is lossless, the wave amplitude remains the same. Scattering parameters are set that relates to the traveling waves that are scattered or reflected when an N port network is inserted into the. This is scattering. Why they are called in scattering? Because whenever a signal incident here, a part will scatter like this. Scatter means reflects. Similarly, a part will enter through this. That is a transmitted wave. Because of that, it is called as scattering. Wave incident, it may scatter at the wherever it incident. A part will transmit, a part will reflect. That's why they are called as scattering parameters. Based on that, they are measured. That's why it's called as scattering parameters. Okay. So for RF signal incident on one port, some fraction of the signal gets reflected out of the incident port. Some it enters into the incident port and then exit at the one. Exit means a part will be reflect like this. A part will enter like this. Is a transmitted wave. Okay, so like that. A part of the incident power dissipates as a heat. So a part will reflect like this. A part will be transmitted, but a part may be dissipated in the network also. Okay, that is because of the loss in the network. Okay. At RF and microwaves, voltage and current vary with position along the transmission line due to the interaction of incident and reflected waves, while power is constant along the line. The voltage and current measurement made in the conventional non-RF way would not be a meaningful here in this RF and microwaves. Therefore, merely need to measure the incident, reflected, and transmitted waves. Power at RF and micro. So we are measuring power of incident, reflected, and transmitted waves instead of measuring the voltages. Okay, power measurement of incident, reflected, and transmitted waves will be carried out at RF and microwaves. So S parameter definition: a network may contain any a component provided that the entire network behaves linearly with the incident small signal. So usually scattering parameters are defined for linear networks. Okay, that's why its behavior must be linear. Then we can apply S parameters for the for defining that network. S parameter change with the measurement frequency. So frequency must be specified for any S parameter measurement stated in addition to the characteristic impedance or a system impedance. So this is very important here. See, it is a S parameter measurement depends on the frequency. Okay, while measuring the S parameter, we should specify frequency. At what frequency we are measuring S parameters? Because S parameters varies with respect to frequency for a given network. So this is a network here, given network. You apply some frequency here. We will be getting S parameter of this matrix of this. So this is a S matrix here, S11, S12, S21, and this matrix means it is a number, complex number. S matrix, this is S11 is a complex number. Okay, this is a complex number. So these values, whatever you specify here, they are at a particular frequency. Okay, not for all the frequencies. because as the frequency changes, the parameters may change here. They may not remain same because because this network is made up of inductor, capacitor, and resistor, active elements like that. Their behavior also do not remain same as the frequency changes. Automatically, as they do not remain same, so the scattering parameter also changes with respect to frequency. Okay, that's why S parameters depends on the frequency. So we have to specify the value of these parameters at a given frequency. Okay, so that's why. And scattering parameters are complex in nature. Scattering parameters are complex numbers. Okay, S parameters here, frequency. S parameter changes with the measurement frequency. So frequency must be specified for any S parameter measurements stated. In addition to the, and also characteristic impedance is very important while measuring the S parameters. Next, S parameter refers to the scattering matter of microwave network. Okay, S parameters complex numbers. S parameters are complex number having real and imaginary parts or magnitude phase. Real imagery means magnitude and phase because both the magnitude and phase of the incident signals are changed by the network. Okay, so here magnitude and incident wave is there. It has a magnitude and phase. While reflecting by this, in the amplitude and phase of the signal will change. Okay, it may not be the same as it is incident. Okay, so as we know, if you put a short circuit here, reflected signal is 180-degree phase shift. As we studied in the previous, reflection coefficient is -1. That means amplitude is 1, but phase is equal to 180 degree. Like that, reflected we have as a 180-degree phase shift with respect to the input or incident signal. So like that, because of that, it is a complex. So this is a has a amplitude and phase. This also has amplitude and phase. This also amplitude and phase. Automatically they are complex. We have to represent in a complex form. Okay, so this S parameters are complex numbers having magnitude and phase. Okay, next, S parameters are defined for a given frequency and system impedance. Okay, S parameters are displayed in matrix format. As what I already told, S parameters are represented in matrix form. They obey the matrix mathematics. S parameter. Okay, you can apply matrix mathematics over the parameters. And n-port network incident at any hour. Okay, S parameters are usually represented in matrix format with the number of rows and columns equal to the number of ports. Okay, for the S parameters, Sij, the J subscript stand for the port that is excited. Okay, that is incident port, and the I subscript is for the output port. See here, usually the S parameters are represented by using Sij. Yes, I and then J. What is this J? J represents the incident, excited. Excited means incident. And I represents the output port. I represents the output port. Okay, yes, for second subscript represents the incident, and the first subscript represents the output port. Okay, like for example, S12. S12. 2 means 2 is the incident port. 1 is the output port. Like that. So, okay, based on the subscript here. 1, 2. For example, 1, 2. 2 is the incident port. 1 is the output port. Like this. Or if it is S21, 2, 1. 1 is the input port. 2 is the output port. Okay, so like this. 1 2 1 S21 means 1 is the input port, 2 is the output port. So here the subscript you have to see which number is there, I and J. Okay, second subscript is for incident port. First subscript represents the outgoing port. Okay, the wave is outgoing like that. Okay, so that is a notation used Sij. Okay, the first number in the subscript refers to the responding port, that is incident port, while the second number refers to the responding port means output port, while the second number refers to the incident port. Thus S21 means the response port 2 due to the signal at port 1. So the response port means that is where the signal is going out, okay, due to the incident at port 1. Okay, so that is the meaning here. The most common n-port network in microwaves are one port and two port networks. Okay, S11 thus refers to the ratio of, so here is S11 means input port is one and outgoing port also one. Okay, so that is the meaning here. Okay, the parameters along the diagonal of S matrix are referred to as the reflection coefficients. The diagonal elements, see like this, S11, S22, these are the reflection coefficients. Reflection coefficient. Okay, that is the incident at the same port or reflected at the same port. If you take a ratio of those two, that gives the reflection at port, that respective port. Okay, that is written here. Okay, I have repeated the same points, I think, here also. You can go through that why we are not using that Z parameters at RF and microwaves. Have written here why we should use S parameters at RF and microwave, that is given in these properties and parameters, advantages and properties. Okay, you think usually one question will come. Okay, like a 5 marks question. State the properties and advantages of S parameters. Then we have to write at least whatever given here. Okay, 78 will be there. Those things you should write in the examination. Okay, so now we will see the definition of those S parameters. Okay, is it audible? Hello, hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, okay, definition of S parameter for a two-port network has a four parameters S11, S12, S21, and S13. So, this S11 means it is ratio of, so as I said, B outgoing, this is the incident. Okay, this is the outgoing here. So the signal is incidenting at port 1, it is also leaving at port 1. So leaving at port 1 is B1 and incident at port 1. Always incident is at the denominator, outgoing is at the numerator here. Okay, so B1 by A1. So it is a S11 means it is a ratio of B1 by A1. So incident wave at port 1, reflected. If you take a ratio of those two, it gives the reflection, it gives the S1, that is also called reflection coefficient. As you saw in our transmission lines, you are taking a ratio of incident wave to the reflected wave. Okay, reflected wave divided by incident wave. This is the same only. B1, B represents the outgoing, A represents the incident. If you take the ratio of those two, and again B1 and B2, they are they have magnitude and phase. It has a magnitude and phase. This also magnitude and phase. So automatically this ratio will take some value. Okay, it's a complex number. Angle and magnitude and angle, magnitude and angle. Okay, magnitude must be divided and angle must be added, subtracted. Okay, so this is a complex number here. So what does it gives here? How much the B1 is with respect to the A1. Based on the value of A1, what is the value of this B1? That it says. Okay, yeah, how much, yeah, which part of this, how much part of this A1 will be reflected back. That is going to represent this one. Okay, so for example, if it is a B1 by A1, okay, if this ratio, usually we will measure this S11. As I said, to measure these parameters, we have a network analyzer. Okay, that is the instrument is there. Okay, equipment that is called as network analyzer. Using that network analyzer, you just connect a network analyzer here. Network analyzer here, and what is asked here to measure the S11, A2 must be 0. That means A2 0 means there should not be any signal, incident signal data port 2. You should put a match termination here. Put a match termination here and connect a network analyzer here. Measure the S11. Okay. It will give a S11. It doesn't give a separate value of B1 and A1. What it will give, that network analyzer, it gives the value of S11. It gives the ratio b1 by a1. That means how much b1 is lesser or greater than a a1. That will it say, that it says how much magnitude is greater or lesser than a1, how much phase deviation is there between the b1 and a1. It will say that. Okay, not separately this b1 and a1. It doesn't give that one. It gives a ratio. So for example, S11 network analyzer give a S11 equal to 1 and 180 degree. Okay, S11 equal to 1 and its angle is equal to 180 degree. That means here B1 is equal to A1. Okay, the ratio of amplitude is 1 means B1 amplitude must be equal to A1, and angle is a 180 degree. S11 angle is 180 degree. That means B1 has a phase shift of 180 degree with respect to A1. Okay, that is the meaning here. So like that, S11 says the reference this with respect to this how much it deviates. That one it says. Okay, so if it is a 0 here, okay, if a 0 is S110 means B1 is 0. Okay, so that means there is no reflection. Okay, so like that, if there is no reflection, B1 will be 0. If it is 1, S11 is 1, B1 is equal to A1. That means entire wave reflect back. So nothing is going through the network, to two-port network. Whatever the signal incident over here, that entire signal reflects back. That means there is a full mismatch is there at the port here. For example, if it is a load, so automatically if there is a mismatch, entire wave will reflect back. Okay, so from this we can say how much reflects back. Okay, so it is very important parameter. It will say what is the matching between the incident this and at the load how much mismatch is there. If matching is there, if it is matched, then S11 is 0. If fully mismatch like a short or a open circuit is here, entire wave will reflect back. This take a maximum value of 1. Okay, so that is assuming this is a passive network, maximum amplitude will be getting 1. So like that, so from this measurement we can say how much mismatch is there at the port 1. Okay, so usually for a fully matched network, this S11 must be 0. Okay, usually that we want in most of our network, what we want, this S11 reflection must be 0. Then only entire power is delivered to the network, that may be go to the output port. Okay, so it is very important parameter in case of our network. Okay, in most of our network we measure this S11 because it says how much mismatch is there between the load. Two-port network means it is a load to the some previous network. See, there may be some network is here, some network that is sending waves to the this network. Okay, if this source network is not matched with this, the wave will be reflecting back. That should not take place, is correct. So if you measure S11, if it is a higher, automatically this input of this network is not matched with the output impedance of previous network. So that is a problem here. So like that, we will measure this S11 in most of our network. We do this. Okay, similarly, second parameter S21, it is the ratio of as you see 1 and 2 here. 1 is the incident port, 2 is the outgoing port. So it is A1. A1 is the incident, and you are incidenting at port 1. Okay, but measuring output at port 2, measuring the output at port 2, and sending a signal at port 1. So that is called as transmission. This is gives the transmission S21. Okay, whenever a signal enters here, what is the signal entered here, that is called as S21 transmission. Okay, so if it is equal to 0, S21 is 0, as I said again, at a frequency, particular frequency, if this S21 is 0 means B2 is 0. That means no power is entering at the port 2. Okay, similarly if it is 1, what we can say, B1 is equal to A1. That means the entire input signal appears at the output. Okay, that is the meaning here. So that is S21, entire signal coming at the output port. So from this itself, S21, you can come to know what happens. Okay, this represents the transmission coefficient, also called as transmission coefficient. By looking at this value, you see at a particular frequency what happens. See, sometimes this S21 must be 0. For example, band reject filter. Okay, in the band reject filter, what we want? Stop band filter. At the band, particular band, the output must be 0. So over the frequency band where we want a, stop band, there it should be equal to 0. S21 should be equal to 0. That means transmission should be 0. Okay, in the stop band, S21 should be 0. But in the pass band, if it a pass band filter, what do you want? S21 must be equal to 1 in the pass band. It's correct. Pass band filter and a stop band filter will be there. How do you represent? How do you come to know it is a stop band and pass band? Measure the S21. Wherever S21 is there, S21 is 0, that is a stop band. Wherever S21 is maximum, that is 1, that is a pass band. Okay, so like that, by looking at S21, where is the frequency? Where is the frequency? Uh, wherever S21 is 0, that is called as a stop band. And wherever S21 is 1, that is a pass band. So like that, you can come to know what is what where which over which frequency range the signal is transmitting, over which frequency range it is stopping. That also you can come to know from this S21 transmission. Okay, where is the frequency, and see S21 over which it is a 0 output, that is a stop band. Over which S21 is a maximum or 1, that is a pass band. So just you need not to know what is inside this. Just vary the frequency and see the output, and you can say what is inside. Okay, so it may behave like a pass band filter, or a stop band filter, or a low pass filter, high pass filter, say like that. Okay, so by measuring this, you can say what is inside this one. Sweep the frequency and see S21. Okay, by seeing the output of this, you can come to know what happens inside this. Okay, similarly, second parameter here, S22. This is a reflection, how much reflection is there at the port 2, similar to S11. This is a measurement at port 1, and this is the measurement at port 2. Okay, how much reflection is, again S22 also we want a 0. There should not be any reflection at a port also. This S22, B2 by A2. Okay, similar definition like a S11. And this is S12. Okay, S12 is a incident at port 2. So we are sending a signal at port 2, port 2, and how much enters to the port 1, that we are measuring. The opposite to this S21. S21 S12 means how much enters at port 2, how much leaving at a port 1. That is a transmission from port 2 to port 1, that we are measuring here. Transmission coefficient at port 1 with a port 1 match terminated. Okay, you have to match the terminator, and you have to measure the how much it transmitted when you send a signal at a port 2. Okay, so that is a definition. This is similar to the S21, but signal we are incidenting at port 2, we are measuring the transmitted at port 1. Okay, so like for a two port network, this is a definition. Okay, for the different parameters, S11, S22, S21, S12. Okay, so from by looking at this looking at the parameters, as I said, these are the frequency dependent. So you plot a frequency of this frequency response of all these. Plot the frequency response of all these, that means frequency versus magnitude of these. Okay, you can say what happens inside this, or what is inside this box. Okay, need not to see what is inside this. By looking at this plots itself, we can come to know what is inside this box. That's why in most of our applications, what we do, we will bring a like devices. See, they are not available as a circuits, it's correct. Amplifier, if you take a amplifier, mixer, a power divider, phase shifter, all they are available in the form of a chip, or it may be in the form of a IC, or maybe in the form of some device. Okay, packaged device. So if you want to check them, whether they are like a filter, I brought a filter, whether it is working like a filter or not, that I want to check. For example, I want a low pass filter. Okay, I bought a low pass filter, but I have to check it whether it is behaving like a low pass filter or not. How to check it? At RF and microwave frequency, we are not using that voltage and current measurement. So we are measuring these S parameters. Okay, you take a low pass filter, measure the S11, S21, S21, all these four parameters. Okay, by looking at the values with respect to frequency, you can come to know whether it is behaving like a low pass filter or not. Okay, so if it is not behaving, then something wrong is there in the device. You can come to know some wrong thing is there. It is not behaving like it may be device damaged, or device may not be properly designed. Okay, we can replace the one. So S parameters are measured at RF and microwave to test whether the device is working in that proper way or not. Okay, so that is a definition. Similarly, for three-port network, you can define here three-port network parameters. We can define. Okay. Okay. Is it audible? Hello? Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, okay. Ma'am. Okay. Okay. Next class. Okay. I'm stopping now. Next class.